That's right, this is what I got, a cold, light smile. The warmth in my hand left me a bit dazed, with memories of her flashing in my mind. Those unforgettable memories were stuck in my head, but I couldn't tell which was real. I even started to doubt whether I was losing my marbles. One day out of the blue, I got this strange message asking me to meet in the bathroom. And there he was, a guy in black shades. He claimed to be Morpheus from the Matrix game, here to help me get back to reality. I couldn't believe what was happening. My own character had just walked into my life. To prove he was real. He made me touch his arm, then pulled out a red pill and said if I took it, I'd know the truth, before sticking his hand in the mirror. All of a sudden, a bunch of gods burst in, shooting at Morpheus. I bolted out of the bathroom. There was a massive explosion behind me, knocking me out cold. The next thing I knew, I woke up in a therapist's office. The doctor said it was all just a dream. I played along, but inside I was questioning everything. I went to the rooftop to drown my sorrows in booze, hoping to piece together my shattered memories, but came up empty. Just then, I spotted a flying pigeon, reminding me of Morpheus teaching me to leap across buildings. See, it looked easy. I thought I'd give it a shot, but ended up in a hilarious struggle. Just as I was about to take off, a lady yanked me back, saying if I wanted the truth, I needed to follow her. Next thing I knew, we were through a door. We ended up in a dark cinema, where Morpheus was waiting. That's when it hit me, see, everything that happened yesterday was real. Morpheus pulled out that red pill again. I hesitated, but swallowed it, then followed him to a mirror. That was when I realized my Matrix persona had been altered. See, apparently, I was seen as a greasy old man. Just as I thought about jumping back through the mirror, the surveillance team caught on. But instead of saving me, they dragged me back to the doctors. Talk about a crisis. Luckily, the lady showed up just in time, yanking me out. As if on cue, a bunch of armed guards barged in, and chaos ensued. We rushed out the back door and jumped onto a train. Suddenly, a rocket was fired. Talk about cutting it close. The passengers in the car went crazy like zombies, leaving me stunned. It was like a horror movie, but luckily, we had enough firepower to clear out the zombie horde fast. Shortly after, I approached the mirror, ready to stick my hand through, when something bizarre happened. I accidentally brushed the mirror and found myself in another world. I bolted up from that crimson pod, only to realize I was covered in tubes, staring in shock at the sight before me with just 2 pods in view. My heart raced at the sight of a naked lady across from me, but just then, a strange crab creature appeared. Before I could even react, it fiercely grabbed my neck, and all my tubes snapped off in an instant. The crab creature let me go, but before I could grasp what was happening, a second crab monster grabbed me from behind. It was ready to whisk me away, but as we passed over another pod, I realized my love was inside. I shouted her name in excitement. She seemed to sense me, trying to break free from her restraints, but I was powerless to help her. Eventually, I was taken by the crab creature and relaxed when a horde of patrolling sentinels appeared. Luckily, those 2 critters were smart, ducking aside to avoid the sentinels, and swiftly escaped through a pipe. I finally saw the surroundings, see a Matrix power plant, with pods filled with humans. As we flew downward, a ship lay in wait. The robotic creatures gently placed me on a bed, but my condition was dire. I was on the verge of passing out when the crew sent me into a virtual program, hoping to revive me. And there was Morpheus again. He filled me in on the years that had passed. Ever since I battled Smith at the end of Season 2, my body was taken by the machines. Time flew, 60 years passed. The Matrix flooded me with false info, disrupting my body and mind. To break free from this situation, the only way was to quickly help me regain my strength. Suddenly, the whole space shifted. We landed in a training cabin, and seeing me deflated, Morpheus immediately launched an attack. With his fist flying, I was knocked down before I could even defend myself. He displayed absolutely no mercy, striking me with his utmost strength until I coughed up blood all around. Feeling my life was in danger, my instincts kicked in. Morpheus realized he needed to crank it up a notch. He said if I wanted to rescue my loved one, I had to get stronger. So, he went all in again. The pounding gave me no chance to breathe, and thinking I might bite the dust, I finally woke up. I even learned to harness energy and successfully mastered it, and then I woke up in the real world. Instinctively, I touched the back of my head, feeling the familiar coldness. Captain Bug showed up to introduce me to the crew. He also introduced me to the 2 robots that rescued me. They had broken free from the AI control and joined the human cause. Humans no longer use old phones to teleport. Specific doors or mirrors allow us to enter and exit the Matrix freely. Then, they passed through a holographic wall and arrived at the new human base. See Onya. The base here was created by humans and robots, fully integrated. Like and subscribe.